Good morning, everyone. Chris Osmus here, your officials development officer from BC Rugby. Just a short video on, or a how-to rather, on how to input scores to Sportlomo so that the website can be directly up to date and all of our players, coaches, supporters, and stakeholders can be directly in the know right after your game finishes. And we have very little, if not no, paperwork to do after a game. So when you receive an email about a fixture notification, it will look something like this. You'll have an accept or reject function. The sooner we can click accept on that, the better it is for our allocators, because they get a little message right away saying that the referee has accepted the appointment and that they indeed know where the game is. So if we click on our test fixture here, big derby between seed number 3 and seed number 4, we click accept. After the game, it's usually about an hour and a half after the scheduled kickoff time, you get a text message in your phone that says input the result. Now, some people have had issues based on their phone's interface or operating system, or simply the size of the text or the size of the fingers. In inputting the results using the text message service, I'm going to show you how to do the results using your computer or your email linked Sportlomo account. So now that we've accepted that fixture, we'll go back into our account manager here, and then we'll see, I'll just refresh that page, and we'll see we have the result ready to be inputted. So seed 3 against seed 4. So I'm not going to click on this plus over here because that gets me into a bunch of tertiary reports that we haven't totally initiated at this stage, but our next step is moving away from using the Excel, our yellow and red card documents, and putting everything up on here so it's kind of a one-stop shop for everything. So let's say seed 3 scored 20 points during the game, and all of those points were scored through 4 tries. Seed 4 scored 0 points. Very important here, even if they scored 0 points, to put in 0 tries. We have a result. Double check that. We're not going to touch this here. This would change settings for a default, and that's not really our problem. So we just input the scores here. We click update results, and then it should disappear. This is a separate fixture, which I'm going to use my phone for. So now that we have that ready to go, I will go into my phone here and show you the other way to input results. So again, we can do it through our Sportlomo account, and again, that's just following the links from our email that we get every single week to accept fixtures. So going into your account and then clicking on home, and again on your home page you'll see pending results, and you just input the scores that way and click update. The other way, again, and most people I believe are using this method, is using the phone. So if I go into my text messages here, they come from a 5H7 number, or it's a computer generated number. So if we look at an example here, UBC, if you can see that, I'll have to adjust the lighting here. Go, perfect. So UBC Old Boy Ravens against Seattle, you'll see a space, a comma, a T in brackets, etc., etc. All you need to do, if you're using an iPhone or an Android, is you press your finger on that text bubble, and then you click on copy. So we're going to look at putting that, when we copied it, we're going to put it back into the reply field at the bottom of your screen here. So we click paste, and then in that, let me just make sure I did it properly, copy and paste. Brilliant. So now that we've done that, we're going to input the score. So if we have UBC Old Boy Ravens, for example, scoring 15 points and 3 tries, no conversions, we're going to go right after that comma. So right after it says UBC Old Boy Ravens, comma, we're going to leave a space, and then we're going to put 15. So I'll show you what that looks like. Often you can only select a space around it because your fingers are like mine are too big. So notice how my cursor is blinking inside, just outside that T. So I'm going to click backspace, 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 input my 15, put a space in there, re-input my open bracket. So then it should look like this, 15, and then space bracket T. Now, after that T means tries, I'm going to input the number 3. Now notice how it says my cursor is appearing next to Seattle. That's no problem. I'm going to go backspace, erase the comma, erase the bracket, and then no space from the T. I'm just going to put a number 3. Then from there, I'm going to close the bracket, input the comma, and add a space. So I have Ravens 15 space, open bracket T3, close bracket, comma, another space, Seattle, and then comma, we put Seattle score as 3, try 0, same thing. At that stage, we hit send, and right away it will say either result accepted or result rejected, and that gives you an indication of whether or not the score has been entered in the system. As soon as that happens, we can go on the website and you will be able to see, if you wanted to, the results right on the BC Rugby results page. And that just allows us to get everything up to date quickly. It allows our development officers to monitor kind of how our leagues are going, because they're always looking at who's doing what on the weekend, so that we can provide support where needed. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. I'm going to pop it onto the referees Facebook page, but feel free to share this video. I'll put it out on YouTube as well, so that it's super easy to input our results either through our phone or through our Sport Lomo account. And again, if you're having issues with this, please send me an email. My email, I'll pop it up on my screen here. Very easy to get a hold of me. So if you look over here, let me just get rid of my face here. So if you look up here, you'll see my email address, which is cassmus@bcrugby.com. Once again, anything I can do to help you, please get in touch with me at any time. All right, signing off.